right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off first and foremost by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, B'chachadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to those who are pushing this word in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Nathaniel coming back at you the spirit with another lesson. And I pray and hope this lesson is edifying. I'm going to go ahead and get started with it. I came across this video that a brother had posted in the chat. And it was a comedy show. And there was she seems to be, she says she's African, but I believe she's an Israelite. This is just me through the spirit. But it's a pretty long video. I'm gonna play a nice portion of it. But I'm gonna start off with this precept, okay? Because what's happening is that the world, the earth in itself is starting to see who the wicked is, okay? They're starting to see, all right, this man that is in rulership, right? He is the actual wicked, okay? He is the actual wicked of the Lord. Okay, Salakia. Right, so he's the actual wicked of the earth, okay? And he's the one that is the hammer that's oppressing the whole entire earth, starting with the Israelites, especially the Israelites. But also, you other nations are being affected as well by this man's wicked rule and his wicked oppression. So let me start off with Nahum 3. I'll start at verse 1. It says, "Woe to the bloody city." The bloody city. What people, what country has killed and destroyed more life than any other nation that has ever been on the face of the planet Earth? And that would be America, aka Babylon the Great. Okay? It is full of lies and robbery. That's all you get in America is lies and robbery. Okay? And the prey departeth not. Who is the prey? We are. The Israelites. We're the prey. We're the ones, we're the oil that make this machine turn. We're the glue that hold this thing together. So this devil don't want to let us go. All right? It says the noise of the whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and the prancing horses and the jumping of chariots. Yeah, because America got a lot going on. America got Hollywood. America got, these different types of cars that you can buy and all of these different things, And it says the horsemen lifted up by both bright sword and by the glittering spear. And there is a multitude of slain and their great carcasses, and the number of their great carcasses, and there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses. So, this place is going to get hit with a thermonuclear destruction, okay? And this place is going to be destroyed. But before that, you're still going to have piles of bodies and dead bodies just everywhere. This is about to happen very, very soon, okay? Very, very soon this is going to happen. Just dead bodies everywhere. And why is this going to happen? It says, because of the multitudes of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth the nations her whoredoms, and the families through her witchcraft. You see? So it's not just talking about Israel. The Lord is saying you sold this shit not just to the Israelites, but to the rest of the nations as well. Okay? Your witchcrafts and your whoredoms. Okay? You sold the democracy, the homosexuality, the women are equal to men, and all this feminism and all of this garbage just to go in and usurp these governments and take over their lands. Okay? Verse 5, it says, "Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face." All of the evil and wickedness that you're doing in secret, okay? The Lord is discovering that. And what? "I will show the nations thy nakedness," which is all of the things that you have tried to keep hidden, all of the secrets you've tried to keep under wraps. The Lord said he was going to show the nations, and that's exactly what happened. And the nations are waking up to the wickedness of Esau, Edom. Okay? And it says, "And the kingdoms thy shame." Okay? What shame? The shame that we just spoke of, the bloody city that is full of lies and robbery. Okay? You got all of these different things going on in America. It's just a lively place to be, right? That's what America is, just a lively place to be. Okay? But America is Babylon. It's the great whore that leadeth nations to destruction. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video. I'm going to play a portion of it, but just listen up to what she says.
Black Americans, But you know what surprised me most is that I felt no connection with Black Americans, and that surprised me. Now I know, at the time I didn't. You know, I felt no connections with Black Americans because you know what? Black Americans were woke. You know, Black Americans had looked at their oppressor in the face. They had tunnel vision, just like Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela looked at his oppressor in his face, and you know what? He had tunnel vision. They knew what was bringing them down. In Africa, we don't have tunnel vision. We don't know what is oppressing us. Because you know what? Because slavery just changed. It didn't go away, it just changed. So most people in Africa, we feel oppressed. We don't know what is oppressing us, you see. Those children in the Congo that are mining all of the coltan with their bare hands, they don't know that at the top of the chain is a white man. The children that are picking the cocoa, right? They don't actually know that the person at the top is a white man. I found out the farm next to my father's farm now belongs to Unity.
See that? She's saying the people at the top of the platform are white men. And Africa, the people in Africa, they didn't know. A lot of them, the ones at the top did. The ones at the top knew that you had a so-called white man at the top of this thing that were selling the nations these lies just so they can come in and steal their resources. That's why I said the nation is filled with robbery, because they go in and they give you all of this stuff just to steal everything from you and take your resources and take your land and take everything you have. But guess what? The other nations are starting to wake up to this. Okay. And now this woman right here, this was supposed to be a comedy show. And guess what? Instead of going into comedy, she went to the skit so she can have a platform to speak on.
Believer. That's right. People in Africa cannot afford to buy land anymore. Do you know why? Because slavery never ended. It still carries on. You know, they dump all their toxic waste all over Africa. All your babies' nappies are all over Africa. People cannot farm their land anymore. Do you know? And you know what? Here's a fact. 3/4 of the people in Africa are under the age of 30. 3/4 of the people in Africa are under the age of 30. Majority of people in Africa have never heard of slave trade. Majority of people in Africa have never heard of colonialism. Majority of people in Africa only ever see white people when they're coming to save us. So majority of people in Africa fundamentally believe this. They fundamentally believe that white people are nice. They fundamentally believe that white people will do anything to save them. They fundamentally believe that if they walk across the Sahara Desert, cross perilous seas, the nice people in Europe will be welcoming them with big open hands. I say, if you don't want people from Africa coming to your continent, let them know the real you. That's right.
All right, see, and as you know, someone says later on, nobody really was clapping for her because most of those people in the audience, like if you take a look at, I'll rewind in just a second. Most of those people in the audience were so-called white people, okay? Coming to get a laugh, right? This is 2 Thessalonians. Second Thessalonians 2 and verse 7, and it says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he that now litteth will lit until he be taken out the way. You see? And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Now, it was so long that nobody understood where all of their oppression and everything else was coming from. They thought that it was just the way life was. But now they're starting to understand that the mystery of iniquity, those that are oppressing the world, are starting to be revealed, that it is a people. It is a people. And as she said, no one thought that it was a white man at the top that was doing all this. Of course they didn't think that. They didn't think that Esau Edom was doing that. I'm going to continue on. You know, they always, the scriptures say that the devil appears to you, Satan appears to you as an angel of light, you see?
Show them, because information in Africa, history is completely controlled in Africa. We don't learn history in Africa. Do you know what? Show them the brutality of the empire. Show them the brutality of the slave trade. Just show them. And you know what? If you don't want people from Africa coming to Europe, Leave Africa alone.
Now, she struck a nerve.
See, nobody was clapping. Nobody wanted to hear her. All right, so we're gonna fast forward to the end. To this looks to be a Northern Kingdom woman. Okay, so I believe this woman right here is a Southern Kingdom woman, and this is a Northern Kingdom woman. So let's listen to her, and then we're gonna bring out a little bit more precept.
When it started,
there will come a time where no amount of dollars will be able to make up for what is lost and what is broken. Colonizers go to war with nature and call it a business opportunity. I tell you that even our dead have drowned in their graves, and you ask me to be polite. You tell me to give you a little bit more benefit of the doubt. You take and take and take until we've birthed our babies into the same water as our dead. And even then, you gather like vultures and feed on our helplessness. In your charity, you make profit. I tell you that there has been a massacre, and the land will never be the same. The soil will never grow the same. The hum of mosquitoes has changed the color of the sky, and the sickness of your greed will haunt you in every single lifetime. And you tell me about a new UN proposition. Aisha, you've got to be a little more practical. And still, 100 dead, 200 dead, 1,500 dead. No negotiation will bring them back to life. I want the world leaders to know that the earth has a memory, and one day it will be.
Now she brought out a lot of precepts, a lot of stuff that's in the scriptures. Like she said, your money ain't gonna be able to help you. So let's bring that out real quick. Your money ain't gonna be able to help you. So let's go to Proverbs 11. Proverbs 11:4, and it says, "Riches profiteth not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death." You see? So riches profit you nothing. There's nothing that you're going to be able to do, no negotiating. She said there's no negotiation. Okay? There's nothing that you can negotiate, to make up. No, it's done. I got one more precept on something else that she spoke of. All right, this is Numbers. Okay, because there is a way to get the land healed, There is a way to get the soil to grow back green again. This is Numbers 35 and 33. And it says, "So you should not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it." So when Esau Edom gets his comeuppance, when all of the other nations get what they deserve, and they pay for what they did to the Israelites, then the earth will spring forth and start bringing forth life in abundance. Okay. One more precept. All right. And what else did she say? Let's go back a little bit and listen to what she said a little bit more.
To life. I want the world leaders to know that 100 dead, 200 dead, about a new UN prop of your greed will haunt you in every single lifetime.
All right. She said, your greed will haunt you in every single lifetime. This is Revelation 13 and 10. And it says, let me start at verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. This is going to happen within the world to come. Okay? In the world to come. This is what's going to happen. All of those that led the Israelites into captivity, you're going to go into captivity. You're going to be enslaved. You're going to be put in straits. Okay? Those things are going to happen to you. All right? Because of what you did to us.
Of your greed will haunt you in every single lifetime.
See that? So in every lifetime to come, you know what I'm saying? You go to Obadiah. Hold up, I got one. This is Revelation 18 and 6. Revelation 18 and 6. And it says, reward her even as she has rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. In the cup which she had filled to her double. You see that? That's America. That's these so-called white people. Okay? They are the ones who put us in this captivity. They're the ones who have oppressed us. So if we're living in a world that's about to be destroyed, how are they going to pay? This is going to happen in the regeneration. Okay? Because I'll show you. All right, so this is Psalms. This is Psalms 149. What's going on with this? Just click that. You giving me a hard time, huh, computer? I don't know what's going on with this, but my internet just slowed down for some reason. Okay, well, we'll do it here. Psalms 149. Looks like I'm having an issue with my internet for some reason, so I'm just going to read it. For some reason, my internet doesn't want to go. This is I'm gonna start at Psalms 140. Now when it pops up, it says Psalms 149. Yeah, see, it didn't even pop up in blue letter. This is Psalms 149 and 7. It says, "Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud in their beds." Okay, this ain't happening right now. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. This is a literal two-edged sword. To execute vengeance upon the heathen. Right? We haven't got any vengeance back to the heathen. So when is this going to happen? In the regeneration. She mentioned in the next lifetimes to come. And punishment upon the people to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints, praise ye Yahweh. You see? So yeah, y'all about to get it, man. You guys, you devils are about to get it. There is no amount of money or anything that you can repay to make up for what you have done. All right? Now, I'm going to go back to, because I wanted to bring this out. This is Habakkuk, which I bring out all of the time, but it's always relevant. Habakkuk, the second chapter. So Habakkuk, the second chapter, the 16th verse, or the 15th verse, no, 16th verse, it says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also." You see that? The Lord is telling you, you're going to pay. "And let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned onto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy cover, on thy glory. For what? For the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee, and the spoil of beasts which made them afraid, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all them that dwell in, and of all that dwell there, all them that dwell therein. You see, so hey, you've raped, robbed, murdered, pillaged, and created violence through sheer excessive greed. Nothing is ever enough. Okay? So yeah, when she said it's gonna haunt you throughout every lifetime, yes it is. Okay? Yes it is, because when you come back in the regeneration, you're gonna come back as a slave. All right? To pay for what you have done. And then ultimately Obadiah 1:18 is gonna happen. All right, so let's finish this up. I got a couple more precepts, and then we're going to finish up. As a matter of fact, let me go back, and I'm going to bring this out. What is going on with this? All right, this is Jeremiah 51:7. It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Okay? So the nations are angry with what Babylon has done. And this is another reason why, she's up there knowing that this is supposed to be a comedy show and she's probably going to get banned. And yet she's still up there pleading her case, because Esau censors every goddamn thing. He does not want no information that could expose who he is coming out. You see? So you got to do over the top and outside the box things to get your message heard. Okay? So Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hands that made all the earth drunk. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. All right, so listen to a little bit more. I got one more precept. We're going to go ahead and close it out.
And you tell me about a new UN proposition. Aisha, you've got to be a little more practical. And still, 100 dead, 200 dead, 1,500 dead. No negotiation will bring them back to life. I want the world leaders to know that the earth has a memory, and one day it will be your home, your family, your land. I pray and I hope.
All right, so I think I brought it out already, but I'm gonna bring it out again. Yeah, the earth shall not disclose her dead. Oh no, I didn't bring that out. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah 26 and 21. And it says, For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth shall also disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain. You see that? So, hey, everything that you have done is going to get exposed in a very big way. Okay? It's already being exposed. And one day, very soon, it's all going to go down. All right? So with that, I'm going to end it off by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Kodash, double honors to the elders and the apostles, very male sons. Until next time, I say shalom.